Okay, we were back in Legend Heroes Trails Cold Steel 4. We last left off, we went around talking to some of the people in the small out-of-the-way areas, and now we're actually going to start hitting up the towns. We're going to be starting in Parma and working our way east, I guess. Never really cared to learn the exact layout of Arabonia, so just be aware of that. So at this point, so many people should have been drafted that it actually should be fairly quick to get through towns. The war's really starting. I hope the boss will be alright. How many will return from the war? Will we see our friends and family again? All we can do is pray. I hear that a giant white pillar appeared to the east around Legram, and another in western St. Arc. Is this some sort of omen? Anyhow, old Gallarder's right. At times like this, we all gotta come together to pull through. I came to this town to run away from my worries. Somehow, despondent as I was of some help to Iris. That made me feel better about myself, too. I'll be offering my prayers daily and hope that my boyfriend comes home safely. I finally made up my mind. Whatever happens, I'm going to keep the store open. I won't give up my dream to have the best fabric store in Parm. Well, if we get in a hurry, that'll be a very shortly held title. Welcome, did you eat yet? I'm really good at taking down orders. Tell me what you like to eat. We'll let you know if we want to order anything. I've been helping out with the chores, like carrying groceries and washing dishes, so if there's anything you need you eat... I assume that's either you want to eat or you need to eat, but it's a typo there. Just let me know. Oh, I won't be doing the cooking, by the way. Master Galley will. Mr. Galley will. As someone who's kind of the leader around here, I see Reggie, Bertrand, and everyone else in town as my own family. Wonder where they are now. It's no use worrying about it. I need to keep supporting the townsfolk that are still here. So there shouldn't even be anyone upstairs anymore because, like I said, this should be deserted. Wonder what my husband's doing now. I hope he hasn't gotten hurt. But how are all of you doing? Are you remembering to eat breakfast every day? It's no good to work on an empty stomach. I might not be able to do much, but if I can help in any way, just ask. Nothing new there. Need to find this last recipe so we can get cooking. I'm gonna do all that off camera though. I'll just show you who makes what so you can find it more easily. Don't forget you have to submit all those to Margarita, Adele, and Imelda. I think those are the breakdowns. Yeah, someone wants the bad dishes, someone wants the good dishes, and someone wants the unique, so it's 3 different sets. I've prayed and prayed for peace, but this war seems unavoidable. If only the Emperor's health would return, that would offer us a glimmer of hope. We're holding a special mass today. Gracious Adios, please look after our loved ones and bring them back safely from this war. When we are lost and frightened, please grant us your guidance. Come, it is time to quiet our hearts and pray to Adios. Let us go of your fears. They're your enemy, insidiously poisoning your heart. Love thy neighbor and extend a helping hand when it is needed. Place your trust in Adios and your friends. Your worries shall dissipate.
I could reel in a big haul here.
We've met at the Vander Train Hall in Heimdall, didn't we? What a surprise to see you dudes. It's been a while. We last talked at the summer festival, right? By Mateus' order and under Aurier's command, we're going from one town to the next, lending a hand wherever it's needed. Since we were in the area, we dropped by the train hall. What a sad sight, dude. Such a disgrace, and our Parm disciples are being forced to join the military. Carlo, don't be so down. We all have a shared goal, protecting the Empire, and we'll fight for the Empire no matter where we find ourselves. We'll do it with bravery and honor as expected of Vander disciples. Thanks for bringing me back to my senses, dude. Vander disciples stick to their principles. My will wasn't strong enough, dude. I'm ashamed. Most likely he's saying something like Sue at the end of his sentences, like the Prinnies do in Disgaea. They translate it as dude also, except they just spell it differently. But there's no room left for doubt. I gotta stay true to the Vander teachings, dude. Or it could be Daigozaru, which is a samurai type thing. If you ever saw Samurai X, Rurouni Kenshin, whatever you want to call it, in the English dub, they translated it so that Kenshin would, like, repeat himself at the end of the sentence. That's whenever he used that Daigozaru line. It's supposed to be like a designation of status, I guess. So I'm a little curious about what he's actually saying that they would translate it as dude. The path you've set on is riddled with dangers, but be strong. As long as you don't lose resolve, your sword will serve you well. You may be sent to fight in different places, but we're all in this together. Don't lose spirit. The train hall is empty at the moment. The goods we collected were carried off last night. I guess there's no reason you can't go in since there's nothing valuable inside. Alright, you have my special permission, but keep in mind that this is currently a military facility. I'll go with business you have in Banquet Hall, but go on in then. Hey, I recognize the little guy. It's the cat from the Vander train hall in Heimdall. What's he got in his mouth? Looks like something a passing soldier dropped, probably while they're carrying out supplies. It's up for grabs now, you better take it and show some gratitude to this kitty. Right. Thank you, kitty. Wow. So that's a typo, it's only supposed to be one there, but they have it printed twice for some reason, but a Zerum powder. It says I wish for your victory, young heroes. Don't you worry, we're giving it all we've got out there. You just take care of yourself, you're pretty gray around the whiskers, so don't do anything crazy. So just to make sure that was the Zerum powder, so yeah, that's still really, really good. Like I said, I'm probably going to end up having to burn most of these just to brute force the Salt Pail section where we have to use all those weird teams. I know every single one of them is going to be hard locked in terms of equipment, so if you can't customize them, there's literally no strategy. It's push button, pray for victory. They very, very rarely give you the tools you need to actually do stuff, which is why I do not look forward to ever trying this game on a harder difficulty. Hope my husband is okay. Maybe you'll get into an argument with the soldier and end up getting sent back home. It would be great if that happened. No, they just do the firing squad. Cathedral Square. Let's see if Fiona's up to anything. Wow, there's actually a lot of people here for this stage of the war. Hello, everyone. Good to see you, Reen. I could say the same. Long time no see, Ron, Morris. For sure, thanks for helping us out before. As per the government's orders, all we're allowed to play is military music. The government's clamped down on us, so we're only allowed to play military music. Wow. So, yeah, you can see the quality control stuff just went right out the window for this arc of the game. We took Elliot's advice to heart. We can arrange whatever we're given in a way that suits our own musical spirits. I see. Elliot will be so glad to hear that. We thought you were in Heimdall. Why'd you come to St. Ark? We're here to help with Fiona's recital. It's quite a trek out here, but the message we want to send with our music is just the same as hers. We're going to pour our hearts and souls into it. It's the least we can do to inspire some hope in everyone suffering right now. Sounds like it's going to be an amazing recital. I probably won't get to see it, but I'll be behind you all the way. If you don't recognize these people, it's the Wind Orchestra from Cold Steel 1 and 2. Elliot's been really worried about us, but we're resolved to never lose sight of the power of music again. All of St. Ark will feel our passion in today's recital. And yes, I'm not paying attention to how they spell Elliot's name anymore to see if it's even consistent. It's been so chaotic since that strange fortress appeared in Heimdall. Some even welcome its arrival. That's scarier in a way. But now is the perfect time to show off the power of music. I'll pour my heart and soul into this recital. I believe in the power of music just the same. I want our message to resonate with everyone. We'll be going to war this afternoon. The 4th Armored Division is by far our strongest asset. Whatever moves they will make will surely impact the course of battle as we know it. By the way you look at it, our forces are overwhelmingly superior. Calvard has no hope of victory. I just hope they surrender before the bolts of Ereboni harm the lives of innocent Calvardians. Welcome back. Good work with your training in the Nord Highlands. It was as productive as it was thanks to your contributions, Lord Michelin. We received notice of the date of the war while we were in Nord. I saw your ships and armored divisions moving through, and it was a sight to behold, I'll tell you. What about Wonder? Yes, well, just don't be surprised when I tell you. Somehow I can speak to Kaiser Dice now, honest. Excuse me? Are you kidding around with me, Wonder? I swear I'm not kidding you. I think he's feeling guilty about all the trouble he caused the other day. He really made me worry before, but we're all square now. What's the matter with Kaiser Dice? He says there's a black wind blowing over today, and that some grave misfortune may befall us. We need to be careful. In horse language, of course. I suppose one heard to be on our guard. His instincts aren't to be trifled with. He says if there's an emergency, the 3 of us can ride on his back. All he asks for in return is some extra carrots. Well, the horse... he knows how to bargain, I guess. This is difficult to swallow. Yes, a lot of those carrots would be. But I suppose the important thing is that the 2 of you are going to be an even closer team from here on. A clean victory of the races after the war isn't just a dream, it's a sure thing. I never thought Wonder could do so well. It's almost unbelievable, but I'm convinced no one could beat him in Kaiser Dice. We should go to the conscription office and tell Polmac about this. No, stay away from there. Even if it was only for a short time, I'm glad I got to roam around the North Highlands. There are no distractions out there. You've got the open air and the perfect chance to sharpen your mind. And now the Kaiser Dice and I forge an inseparable bond of friendship. We'll ride together in perfect sync. That's the wrong inseparable. There should only be 2 E's in it, not 3, I believe. Can't believe how much impact just a few days in the wild's had. With Wonder and Kaiser Dice, no one's going to hold a candle to us. I know what'll happen to me after the war, but I'm counting the seconds till we race yet again. Yeah, we'll do the store last. We spoke to them. Miss Fiona is doing a music class in church today. Mama and Rico have been looking really upset. But if they listen to the music, maybe they'll feel better just like I did. St. Ark is far from Calvert's front lines, so we don't have so much to worry about. But I can't help feeling anxious all the same. The war is only a few hours away. Maybe I should tune into the radio. I'll have to head home soon. I went to the mansion to discuss the requisitioning of essential supplies. I was even able to speak to Marquis Higharms. Did you tell him that there would soon be no grain available to us? I did, and the Marquis took a remarkable interest in all I had to say. They're planning to put aside emergency stores for the whole of Sutherland, at least. They also intend on planting crops in Celtic to replace the missing wheat. That's wonderful, dear. Those measures are sure to help out a lot of people. Indeed they will. His lordship invited me to consult on the distribution of goods in Sutherland and beyond. With all the paperwork and whatnot, I'm going to be busy. Do you think you can wait a little longer for our quiet retirement? I can't think of any reason to object to the plan. And besides, you never need to ask. I'll always be here waiting for you. Everything livens up when my husband is around. His body may have aged, but his heart will always be dedicated to doing good work. I'm retired from the food agency, sure, but my knowledge from back then could still come in handy in a pinch. I want to do all I can to help Marquis Higharms, not to mention my dear wife. I suspect my master is giving orders on the front line just about now. I'm worried beyond a doubt, but he is a descendant of one of Emperor Astorius' loyal vassals. I have faith he'll command the troops and himself in a way that makes the best of everyone's abilities. You will stay safe, won't you, Lord Manfred? He's probably in the brig, isn't he? Welcome. How do you like some freshly squeezed, guaranteed delicious juice? The stall's back on its feet and then some. I just knew this would work out. If we can keep this up, the farm will get back into shape too. Welcome, welcome. How about some delicious juice? Ever since I started working with the record, the juice stall's sales have just boomed. I couldn't believe it at first. Our mirror and inventory problems are gone. The stall's not going anywhere anytime soon. Don't you worry. At troubling times like these, we all need something to refresh us, don't you say? You've got to quench your thirst. Fiona advises about the recital. It's scheduled to take place before noon today. Marquis Higharms and Lord Altheim are both helping this time. I hope this performance can be a shining light in people's lives. The day the war starts is finally here. There's no longer any turning back, is there? People in Heimdall are so thrilled with the chance to defeat Calvert. I just can't understand that sentiment at all. To me, the mysterious pillar feels like something that goes against Adios. I no longer know where righteousness lies. Adios, please guide this chaotic country to the right path. The olive seedling we planted has taken root. I hope it'll grow up to be big, strong, and fruitful. Do you know what olive represents in the language of flowers? The right answer is peace. Does it? Well, it's supposed to be olive branch, right? Sword seems to be in the distant future for Erebonia and Calvert, but you have to keep striving for it or it'll never happen. That goes for all of you as well. I know that if you have hopes for the future, you'll get the results you want. I'll admit, I know next to nothing about the language of flowers, so it could be. I just want the mentioning it makes me think olive branch is why I kind of lean towards peace after all. Once the war begins, the atmosphere will be even more restless and uneasy, but there will be so little we can do. But it's been decided that Fiona will still put on recitals. We're prepared to do everything in our power to bring peace of mind back to the people. I heard about it from the second command of the Gralsritter. You're going to head into that thing they call the Imperial Fortress, aren't you? Right, the operation starts today at noon. In that case, please take this. Zerum capsule, that's the big one. This is something very precious. I believe that you can find a hopeful future for all of us. This is all I can do for you, but I pray that the light of hope will be along the path you tread. Thank you, Archbishop Ramson. We'll use this carefully. Let's see, we have to hit Hotel Augusta. I don't think I spoke to you. From the look of it, Clay and Co. is starting to make deliveries to Albion Garden as well. I know there's been a lot of nasty rumors circling about them lately, but they really came through for us. They're at the top of their game right now, if you ask me. We may be rivals, but I don't see them as enemies. Perhaps I can learn from such a big company. Even so, we cannot just display them. That's right, Phantom Thief B must have stolen from somewhere. Were you talking about Phantom Thief B just now? Pardon our behavior. We received a letter from the man himself, you see. It says it would be a shame for this magnificent work to be lost in the chaos of war, and trust it to you, dearest manager, who is accompanied by this lovely painting. Phantom Thief B just does whatever he wants. It's difficult to predict as always. But this painting, I cannot help but think it could be the one that was rumored to have been stolen. I entrust it to you, he says. He must have thought this through. It'll be a problem for us if he leaves stolen goods here. But it's not like this is the first time Phantom Thief B's done this to us, after all. Guess I'll just start investigating where this painting came from. I've spoken to Phantom Thief B, you know. He's profoundly intelligent. If he comes back, I'd like to discuss art with him. Yep, no one upstairs. The war starts today. We're just getting more and more orders for military uniforms. Looks like they're going to keep conscripting soldiers. I'm worried. I don't even know when my own draft order might appear. Perhaps it's selfish to say, but I pray that the Imperial Army ends the war quickly. Okay, we already have that thing for Ash. Actually, there's probably not too much in stores now that I think about it. Like, new stuff, that is. For the Marquis Hiram is finally going to start distributing rations in the Sunland Province. The Marquis is a reliable man to take action so quickly after his return. Honestly, this talk of war has gained me down. Just relieved, it looks like we'll be able to avoid going over budget now. My line of thinking for that, in case you're wondering, is we just did all the bonding stuff, so, like, there's none left. As a result, those items are just like a small stat boost and nothing more. Crud, I meant to talk. I happened to pass by the residential district on my way home from work. I couldn't believe it when suddenly a strange white pillar appeared. I just can't believe that it could be a weapon. But if it isn't a weapon, then what else could it be? I have a bad feeling about this. I should probably tell my husband to be careful. And we have two stores up here still. Welcome, welcome. You all look like you're on edge. Well, I guess it'd be strange if you weren't nervous. War does start at noon today, after all. Might be bad to say this right now, but war is illogical. So many irrational things occur. It's so exhausting. I'm really looking forward to the time when I can enjoy reading in peace again. Whenever I hear crap like that, I always try to point out, remember, if war is unnatural, then why do animals do it? Word of your plans has made its way to me. The influence of the curse on St. Ark isn't as strong, so I couldn't really sense the Great Twilight. But when I see the fortress and the pales, I can't help but feel the end of the world is nearing. I've been trusting this heavy burden to you all. The only thing left for me to do is watch what follows. I will pray for your success and safety. Please save us. Know the future of our world as we know it. Leave it to us. We won't let you down. We've been prepared for this responsibility for a while now. I will do everything I can to meet your expectations. If I can help you with anything other than weapons, it's probably information, right? Unfortunately, I don't know any more about the army or government's movements than you do. But earlier I noticed these braces from Liberal seem to be heading towards the ruins of that village. If you'll have business with them, then perhaps you should head there as well. So that's the side quest thing we saw a moment ago. Basically, if there were no markers on the map, that would be your clue that, hey, there's something going down at Hummel. There might still be a few hangers-on out here. Wow. Never mind. Did you see that pillar thing? That shape, the fact that it appeared out of nowhere, it all seemed like a bad dream. I can barely believe that they could be wielding something so bizarre and alien. Just what is going to happen during the war starting this afternoon? 2 people on the street, man. Apparently that strange pillar is something the government prepared, but it sure doesn't look like it. It looks like some horrible thing straight out of a fairy tale. Never heard a story about a sinister white pillar. Its very existence breaks all known rules. I meant to hit shop. Yeah, nothing there. That large building there is at a pillar. According to the government, it's a weapon. Its appearance is downright terrifying. Every time I see it, a shiver runs down my spine. I don't know about its power as a weapon, but I think they should review the design. So we'll hit the cafe next. Can I talk to you about something? A necklace just arrived for me, courtesy of Nash, believe it or not. Apparently he went out of his way to contact my favorite store and have it shipped over to me. That dummy, I don't know if he misinterpreted my concern as some kind of romantic interest or what. But he's about to risk his life in a war. He should be focusing on taking care of himself, not worrying about me. Well, now let's come to this. I guess I'd better drop by the cathedral and pray for his safety. Actually, I didn't open the map in here. Let's check real quick, but I highly, highly doubt there's anyone in here. No. No, I can't go along with you, not when you're both so obsessed with the war. Ron, you're still a child. You don't understand. You were raised in the very heart of the Empire. You should support our troops just as much as we do. On the subject, I just received my draft order. I'm going to be sent out to the second wave of forces. I've never been happier. It'd be a real comfort to me if you and your mother were cheering me on from home. But why can't either of you understand me? Why? I think that's enough. Please don't upset Ron any more than you already have. She's such a sweet girl, and she knows the value of life. You treat your lives and those of the people of Calvert as if they mean nothing. You've lost your moral compasses and have no right telling this child what to do. Go back to Heimdall. Fine, we'll leave it here for now. Yes, we all need to calm down. We can discuss this properly at another time. Please look after Ron for us. When my draft order came, my wife and I were completely overjoyed. Can't say the same of my mother or Ron. They've voiced nothing but contempt for the war. Do they not allow enlistment or anything? That makes no sense to me. I suppose I have no choice but to leave Ron with her grandmother for the time being. No matter, I'll come and pick her up another day. Thank you, Gran. Of course, dear. You can stay here until the two of them wake up from their obsession. I did the best I could do, Trav. Please, please come back home safe. And that's a repeat. Trav was the guy giving her advice, in case you remember. Yeah, it's been that long. You really know how to work wonders, Richie. Master Timothy said it took completely turned around after your little chat. Gotta ask, what were you two talking about? No can do, that's classified information. Oh, really now? I don't think I've ever heard you say something like that before. Guess you really are growing up, aren't you? Watching you mature has made you so much more optimistic about the world. You bring out the best of it. Thank you, Richie. I know that there's a future ahead of us, no matter what it may be, because of you. You think so? Well, I'm really glad I can help you then. It's time to go to the Stanley's house. We better hurry, quick, quick. Of course, I'm right behind you. Someone's really turning into a grown-up, isn't he? Let's see. That's it. The other one's the bracer place. Perhaps it's in poor taste for me to even ask, but could the Imperial military's so-called weapon have a shred of artistic elegance to it? From the impression I get, the pillar is warped somehow, as if whatever its true shape may be has been lost. Could it be? No, that would be impossible. With the war approaching as it is, I suppose I'm letting my worries get the best of me. Okay, so I actually can't upgrade these. The tier balls are garbage, man. They're just obsolete right now. Okay, so right there, I now have 24 of the 12,000 heals. I have 12 of the full heals, and that's probably all I really need. Wow, I have 82 of the EP charge ones. Yeah, 600 is actually good enough for a few spell casts. Like, the characters vary quite a bit. There's going to be your physical attackers who I use have a clutch heal spell or something now and then. They actually will get quite a bit out of the 600s. While the full-blown casters are going to need these. There's not too many casters, so I think I can get by. The reviving bulbs obsolete. 8,000 is actually quite a bit. We have 21 of those. I will get 3 of these. That way, I still have a few of these to fall back on. Jeez. I don't know why I never did this sooner. Like, I do use the curio balls from time to time, but yeah, I should have just been stockpiling those. You know what, screw it. Silver. Ah, crap. Let's see, let's do a Google search. Trails of cold steel for silver coin. Okay, it says Macaro's Pawn Shop in Raquel. I wonder if it's actually been there, I just never noticed, or if it's something that just recently appeared. We're gonna have to look. I don't have the U material, so I can't do anything on that one. So the last thing I want to do here is check out Revelt to see if there's any final lines. Nope, Breen has nothing to add. Into the Noble District, shall we? We're going to Raquel next, because I want this stupid coin. It is driving me freaking crazy, man. Mom, I'm sorry I said those horrible things. Even though you were sad about Dad when I couldn't see. I thought you didn't care at all because I saw you smiling. It's okay, Timothy. I should have been more open with you. I was so worried I just wanted to talk about it. Me too. We need to keep talking. I didn't realize you were feeling sad too. We both felt the same, so... I know, you don't have to cry. Yeah, unfortunately my nose is a little congested if you haven't been able to tell, so it's hard for me to do those lighter, softer voices. I know that I shouldn't interrupt you on the opening day of the war, but thank you for looking over my word count. You have nothing to apologize for. Your art has touched my heart. To be free from oppression, this work conveys that there is hope in turmoil. I was also quite taken with this piece. It really is groundbreaking. Thank you so much for your kind words. As I bemoan the futility of being an artist in such turbulent times, I surrender myself to a creative impulse and realization dawned on me. The artist is not moved by reason. The artist is a creature driven by the desire to create. Well spoken, Champere. I'm inclined to agree. Your work gives people hope. I'd like to purchase it and hang it someplace prominent. Perhaps it'd be best on display at the Hotel Augusta. Thank you so much, your lordship. Now, loath as I am to oblige such a thing, I did make a rather foolish pledge to that man Makarov. You've promised to meet him if the operation is a success, haven't you? I hate him. His status, his actions, his words. None of it is good enough for my Mary. And yet it seems she is undeniably head over heels for him. If he has what it takes to make this operation a success, I'll have to meet him for Mary's sake. Now that I think about it, maybe I agreed to this too easily. You really ought to just make your peace with it, dear. This is the man Mary has chosen, we should support her. Sounds like things have gotten serious between instructors Mary and Makarov. Makarov and my darling daughter, it's just not right. You really need to give this up, dear. They're doing their best in a tough situation, we should support both of them. Unable to pursue my art, I felt as if my life lost all meaning. But I came to realize that public opinion is fickle and that a true artist does not let others define their merit. Genuine artistry is rooted in loyalty to the ethereal beauty of art, to the defiance of reason when it would inhibit creativity. So I'm not gonna lie, I actually would like to see the Altheim Makarov meeting. I don't know if they'll actually let you see it at the end, but we can hope. The master spoke with Mr. Makarov yesterday. Soon after their conversation finished, he held a family meeting with his wife. He held a family meeting with his wife that ran late into the night. It's an unexpected development. It's nice to see something positive happening for a change. Still, this operation the young mistress will be taking part in is going to be quite an ordeal. I'll be praying for all of you, Vincent and Kyrie included, to succeed. Just don't take any unnecessary risks. Oh, man. As much as I hate to say it, like, that meeting would be something I'd be looking a little bit more forward to than anything else in the game I've seen so far. Shortly after the incident with Lord Dundare, we received a letter from Father. He wrote a little about himself, but had many questions about how I and Charles are managing. I can understand why he'd be worried about he who was once the prodigal son being left in charge here. But in an unexpected and not altogether unpleasant twist of fate, Charles has risen to the task. Father and Mother will be relieved to know that. Izzy saved the day. I shudder to think what would have happened to my land without her intervention. I bought her the deluxe melon she said she'd been craving. Wartime austerity or not, she deserved it. Come to think that I've been burning the midnight oil too. Where's my reward? I'd be happy just to have some free time for painting. But my sister Krista quickly put the kibosh on that idea. Lord Dundare hasn't troubled us since he and young Master Charles settled their disagreement out of court. With dueling pistols, maybe? I hear he's been trying to scam other landowners, though. You'd think that last failure would have put him off, but no, what a strange man. I hear he wasn't always this way. Anyway, who'd have thought my little laundry snafu would have saved the fief? Or maybe starting with a clarion call of chores beckons just the same. I'd better roll up my sleeves and get down to business. Okay, all that's left is over here. Then we're going to recollect this stupid coin. I want security detail for the gate because Marquis Ballad isn't here. Don't you think he's been kind of different lately? Almost as if he's experienced some sort of setback and ended up growing. I should not have said that. Pretend you never heard me. Master Patrick and Mr. Celestin are very busy with their war strategizing. Pardon me, I should be referring to him as Lord Patrick now. More so now that Mr. Celestin has accepted him as a full-fledged adult. I believe the strategies that they formulate together will definitely lead us to victory. Welcome. If you're looking for my master, he's currently in a meeting. But that being said, we were told to let the Ashen Chevalier and his friends in wherever they wanted. You came all this way, I'm sure it'd be alright if you just popped into his office. Great, we'll go on ahead then. First the Imperial Fortress, now the strange pillar in the Isthmia Great Forest. These are ill omens indeed. The Chancellor truly is determined to change the world, isn't he? Yes, in the worst possible way. The Marquis has done what he can to keep the panic from spreading, but there's no way to prevent it entirely. I want to do something to help out too. That's why I've decided to hold a concert in Cathedral Square. A concert? Is the idea to use music to open up people's hearts? Yes, you mentioned it before, but I only really understood just how effective music could be after my part in the Arc-en-Ciel performance. This is how we can ease the influence of the curse, if only a little. I shall be lending Miss Craig my full support. I've already reached out to Count Aldheim and secured the services of top-notch musicians. We're getting around the censors by calling it a morning concert to express our hopes for the Emperor's swift recovery. Thank you so much, your lordship. I ought to be the one thanking you, my dear, for this and for delivering the message from your father. Right, I'm really sorry it couldn't have been better news. Please, my dear, don't speak of it. Putting others first in times such as these takes a lot of courage, and that, young lady, you possess. As does every participant in your Operation Shining Steel. All I can offer you is a sincere wish for your success. I will be praying to Adios to keep you safe. Thank you. Got the Fiona note? What was the message from General Craig about Fiona? Just the deployment of the 4th Armored Division and the fortress's accessibility. I was hoping the troops wouldn't march out, but there's no point crying over spilled milk. I'll contribute in my own way, but lessening the influence of the curse through music. Fiona's fortitude character is really impressive. I should follow her example. People have been on stilts since a Pale appeared in the vicinity of St. Arc. The Great Twilight's reach extends to even here. We're probably doomed to the same fate as Heimdall. Nevertheless, we're going to try our best to stop it. May Adios watch over you. I'll be awaiting your safe return. We're gonna do Alster next. Wow, there's actually a lot more people here than I thought. Damn, it's like a ghost town around here, not a potential customer in sight. Go beat the hell out of Calvin and come out back soon. That's right, beat them, crush them, just absolutely destroy them. Looks like the Great Twilight has even spread here. If we don't do something soon, it's going to infect the whole continent. And then everyone's going to be walking like that. My brother sent me another letter and told me he's been having a rough go of things, but that he's still muscling through it no matter what. It was actually a big relief to hear that. He usually never admits his mistakes, so that seems like a moment of growth for him. Hey, he's got good friends looking out for him too, so I know he'll be alright out there. Not to mention Yang and I talked out our plans for where to go next and decided I'll be handling the accounts from now on. To be honest, I'll never not be worried about Clark, but for now I've got to focus on giving him my best shot back here. All I've done is think about how I can put as little stress on Kathy as possible, but from now on I've decided to let her handle the accounts. Thanks to her, I've had some time and I'm doing well at my job. There are a lot of tasks I'm not used to, but I feel like I'm moving in the right direction. When Clark comes back from the war, he's going to be so surprised at how we've grown. Yeah, those are garbage. So I could... Wow. I didn't realize I had 34 of those, but yeah, that's fine. So to take a quick look, Emma is seen at 1,500, Reen and Fee are at... Okay, Reen, Fee, and Laura are all less than 1,000. Altina's at 1,500. Muse is the one I wanted to see, but we can't see her from there. Like, I could open up the status screen, it's just I'm too lazy. Maybe you're right, I have my doubts about the new weapon, though. We have no way of knowing how long the fighting will last, either. I hope they don't cart off any more men or supplies away from us than they already have. War's finally on our doorstep. I think I speak for everyone when I say I'm nervous as all get out. But hey, it's not like the Empire's gonna lose, not with that new secret weapon on our side. We'll avenge the Emperor and be back before you know it, just you wait. It's Ash's friends. I heard that you were going to start something big, I knew it. I don't know the details, but eat up. Can't find an empty stomach, right? I'm giving you 5 servings, so I want you to put in 5 times the effort. Well, I don't think that's how effort's calculated, but we'll order something if we feel up to it. War is so close, everything feels tense. But today's Imperial Chronicle had a really different tone today. Did he seriously use today twice there? It was a collaborative issue at the Crossbell Times. Yeah. That's sloppy writing. Brad and the others having a look around town. It's going to start him off washing dishes 15 hours a day. The helpful thing just appeared yesterday morning. The whole town was in an uproar. The government announced on the radio that it was a cutting-edge weapon. For some reason, everyone was happy to hear it. Something felt off, almost like that day a month and a half ago. Up into Macaron as we go. War's right on the horizon. You're all jumping into the fray too. Wonder if this last roll of the dice will actually be enough to get through to the government. And if it doesn't, what's going to come next? Guess better to aim high and miss than the other way around. Well, stay safe out there. Today is one of those days where anything could happen. Has this always been here, I wonder? Anyway, we need a silver earring. A silver earring. Right there. Back to McEnroe. Okay, now that we have that, we can get the platinum coin. If this was available sooner, it might be worth something, but at this stage of the game, it's nothing. 3,600 HP, 12 speed is literally nothing. The only thing you'd have going for it is the drop rate thing. Like, you can combo this with Emblem for guaranteed drops, but still, too little, too late, I'm afraid. We're only missing the one now. Anyway, let's close this window. After talking to one of those soldiers last night, he said he was going to be put right on the front line, so he probably won't be coming back. After that, he thanked me for showing him such a good time on his last night and gave me his entire wallet. I was the Knight's top earner because of that, but it feels like a hollow victory. I really do hope he gets to come home. His wife's not going to be happy. Oh, it's you guys again. Look, I got something I need to take care of. You ain't seen nothing, you hear? No need for you to get involved. Alright, so long as you keep your nose out of anything illegal. Are you really sure you want to be working today of all days? What can I say? The urge just came over me. Besides, this time of year I always find myself thinking about her. You wouldn't have me be talking about Ash's mom, would you? I guess that wouldn't make sense. Alright, you call me red-handed. Hey, nothing wrong with buying some flowers now and then, right? Gotta pay my respects and all. What I do with my time is my own business, so if you'll excuse me, I've got a lot to do. Before you go, I got a message for you to get Ash. Tell him to come home and show his mom he's still in one piece. Alright, we'll be sure to pass it on. Take care of yourself out there, too. Today's probably gonna be nothing short of chaos. Same goes to you. I get the feeling you're going to run off and mix yourselves up in all kinds of trouble. Check it out, Rick. The doorstep is sparkling clean. And Barracuda's so much friendlier now, too. That's amazing, Marichelle. You're always the perfect little worker bee. Hearing you say that makes it all worth it. You did a wonderful job with taking care of the shopping today. You're so dependable, darling. Thanks. I love you, Marichelle. I love you too, Rick. Let's get back to the apartment and listen to the radio. I know we're a long way from Calvert, so we're probably not in any immediate danger. But I still want to know what's going on in the world. At times like this, we can't afford to be in the dark. You're right, the smallest tidbit might help us get through this. You sure know your way around that broom, don't you? Have I told you how much I love you today, Marichelle? You're such a sweetie pie, Rick. I love you just as much. Right, we were supposed to go listen to the radio. Of course, I almost forgot. I can't stand not knowing what happened to this war. Any little piece of information might help. What's up? Is there something you want to tell me? He says he wants to protect the girl from the Black Wind. But he's at a loss. There's nothing he can do, there's just nothing he can do to help her. Thanks for interpreting, Celine. Listen, Barracuda, you don't have to push yourself so hard. I'm sure that girl feels a lot safer just having you by her side, and they're missing the R in safer. He says you might have a point. Great, I hope you can rest a little easy now, boy. You know, you should really try practicing what you preach. I see, a black wind flying in, Grandma. It keeps getting darker and darker. Is the world sick, Grandma? No, this isn't a sickness, dear. But it is something bad. Very bad. Grandma will protect you, but you can't go near it, understand? Okay, Grandma, I'm a little scared, but I'm okay. I know I'm okay if you're here. A black wind. Could be the same as with Gaius? I can feel the black wind getting stronger and stronger. I'm a little scared, but I know I'll be okay if my grandma's here. Every once in a while, a person who can read the winds will appear. Yeah, there should be some sort of apostrophe there. That's what some of the relatives of mine used to tell me long ago. Mina might have become one. I probably walked into that door every single time I walked into this building. It hurts. I was making my way back home from the lodge when I saw this giant rock just floating in the sky. I was so scared I fell and injured my hip. They say it's some sort of flying government fortress. Forget calling it a fortress. It doesn't even look like it from this world. It creeps me out just seeing it up there, man. Well, his babysitting days are over. He's been calmer after Montel began looking after him, but lately he just won't stop crying. Do you think it's because I'm anxious about my husband going to war? Or could it be because Montel hurt his hip recently? Come now, little, you say. I know you can sense something's the matter. Let's go and see Montel. Otherwise, nothing new here. I actually need to walk out because I'm trying to keep track of the people on the streets. Normally I try to talk to them before going in or something. You got that one. So yeah, I could have made it to the chapel safely. I came to Rokill for work. I thought I'd stop by before I headed home. Looks like the church has a program that lets you air your worries. Might just have to take them up on that and see if they can help me out with my business. Hard to argue with free, after all. My husband's serving as a soldier on the front lines. If things stay this bad, I fear they might never come back. I'm worried sick. No reparations, no amount of Mir could ever replace him. Hooray for Emperor Eugen. Glory to the Empire. That's how I was until yesterday at least, but then all this uncertainty hit me. What if Calvert launches an assault? They'd never do that, would they? They wouldn't, right? Would they? We certainly have a lot of people here today. I never imagined we'd draw such a crowd. Anyway, let's get focused and start our anxiety support group. We're also scheduled to hold mass at noon. I would be very happy if you could join us. All these people came to the anxiety support group that I suggested. I'm speechless. I have to work hard and help everyone any way I can. It makes sense that people are scared. We're about to go to war after all. But it's going to be okay. The bishop and I are going to listen to their worries. Sounds like you're pretty confident. On the contrary, I'm not confident at all. But if there's something I can do to help people, I'll do it. No matter how bad things get, I will persevere. Maybe that positive attitude of hers is a talent all in itself. Hey there, ladies. How about you come have a drink? You know, like with me, if you want. Rose has got me trying to entice all the ladies around here to come to the club. I'm really at a loss here for what to do. My dad just got in touch with me yesterday. Called me a cow for dodging the traffic coming off. I'm not welcome at home anymore. So I guess this is my life now. I'd better make a count if I've got nothing else. Well, being a draft dodger does make you qualified to be U.S. president, just saying. 3 or so nights shouldn't be too hard for a rookie like him. And we had a lot more ladies coming in since the troops shipped out. We'll need to do something about that name, though. Becklin just doesn't do it for me. I'll have to teach him basic style and etiquette, but he seems like a fast enough learner. Sure is a lot to cover. Where do we even start? My manager and a lot of our staff were called up for the draft just like everyone else. I've got to hold the place together myself somehow. My future and the future of the club are on the line here. I've got to get hustling now. Keep this place afloat the best I can. It's kind of naive, but at least he's honest about his feelings. We're going to have to adapt if we want to stay in business once the war starts. With us teaching him, this guy could be a top-class host in no time at all. Let us know if you get any more trouble. We'll come take care of it. Thank you. Some of our patrons have turned violent practically overnight. I don't know what's gotten into them. I hear you. It all feels weirdly familiar. But hey, you got Fafnir on your side now. Anything you need, we got you covered. So there'd probably be a bonus scene here if you had Ash. If you could believe it, our theater is now receiving help from Raquel's own street gangs, of all things. I still have my doubts about them, but there's no denying they get results. Now we're all clear to host a show tonight, but we can't expect a full house, but we'll find a way to manage somehow. Leave Raquel to us. If anyone starts acting crazy, we'll knock some sense into them. Guess I can't really talk, seeing we were just as damn nuts for a while there, too. Whatever, good things that Brad's finally come around to pitching in his share. Good luck with whatever you're trying to pull off, Ash. Ash isn't here. If anyone gives you trouble, just let me know. Ain't no one gonna try to mess with you once I know you got Fafnir backing you up. So freaking lame. It's a pain so many people keep getting me wrong. Guess I'll have to start throwing my weight around a little. No Imelda. She must still be in Crossbell, assuming we can get there. What was it called again? Did they misspelled again? The Imperial Fortress, right? It looks like things are getting pretty serious. Then there's that awful pillar that just popped up near Juno Naval Fortress. There's so many concerning things going on. But it seems like you're all planning on doing something about it, isn't that right? At any rate, I'll be praying for you. I look forward to seeing your success. Thank you. Oh, and Sarah, look after these kids, will you? Leave it to me. Things will be fine. We've got a good team, and we're all coming home. Except maybe Crow. Just kidding, it's Gold Steel. Everyone's coming home. Even someone like me can tell something other than the war is on the verge of happening. But it seems like you're all planning on doing something about it, isn't that right? Please be careful. I'll be hoping for the best for you guys. Nothing up there. All the soldiers are already shipped out, so yeah. We'll talk to the bunny girls last. Something about today just doesn't feel right. Perhaps all those rumors about the pillars in the fortress have just got me paranoid. I still believe the Empire is sure to prevail, but I can't quite relax. Just can't shake this ominous feeling creeping over me. Welcome to Nuit Blanc. We're expecting quite a crowd tonight. Rest assured, however, we still have several tables available. Care to come in and refresh yourselves? No thanks, we're good. I see, that's a shame. I'm sure you all make for exceptional company. Well then, we shall await your next visit to Nuit Blanc. It'd be our utmost pleasure to serve you. Woe is me, I'm so lonely. Isn't there anyone out there who wants to come on in and keep me company? Good morning. Why don't you come in and chase all those wartime worries away with us for a little while? Things sure have heated up on the second floor. How typical of Marjorie to flirt her way through even these most dire of times. I'll head up later and check in on what happened. The day that war begins is finally here. Erebonia has just caused a fight, but still, apologies if lost some thought. Our casino exists to help people forget their worldly woes and enjoy themselves. Now that you're here, I hope we can take full advantage of everything we have to offer. I'm in debt again. I way overdid it at the casino. I hate being in debt so much. That's why I'm at the slot machine, to relieve some stress. Sadly, there are people who really are like that. There aren't many customers today. Most of the staff are looking for something to do. If you're looking for something simple and engaging, I highly recommend the card game at the table there. Enjoy. I'll pass, thank you. Unless they have something really sweet in the item shop or whatever. Rathro and the others said I was getting better as being a dealer. Tending to all these customers over the past few days has earned me some real experience. When the conflict begins, I expect we'll have less visitors. The casino is my battlefield. May luck be on my side if the card wars to come. I found you at last, Crichton. To think you'd be playing around the casino from dawn till dusk with a major war looming. Who does he think he is? That guy needs to be taught his place. No customers are coming in today. I should have expected as much. With things as they are now, the casino is as good as sunk. I understand that most would balk at gambling at a time like this. But still disheartening. Regardless, we intend to carry on as best we can while monitoring the radio for any new developments. There's nothing new. I'm not that much of a deranged gambler to sit there and actually try to unlock some of those higher incense things. We have less military customers and all the stores around here are struggling. Guess tough times are only going to continue once the war starts. Or, well, it should be okay since the government's going to keep up conscription, yeah? Then maybe we'll have more soldiers come in. We've just got to keep working hard. A straight flush. This is my victory. Does anyone object? Damn it, I can't believe I lost. I know I'd do better if I tried again, but I suppose anything I say now will make me sound like a sore loser. I admit defeat. So, Marjorie, my dear, will you recognize me as the most suitable man for you? Well, that was certainly quite a spectacle. I should thank all of you for the diversion. However, I don't think the matter of who is most suitable for me has been fully settled. Huh? The man who stands by my side must be stronger than even me. So the next challenge will be to beat me in a hand of poker. Oh, of course. I have no objections, but I won't make it easy on you. Marjorie's always been a mean poker player. If she takes it seriously, she may be able to beat this guy. Talk about a plot twist. Oh my, there's no need for this feral snarl, Celine. She never changes, even at a time like this. You could at least try working if you're going to be a stray witch, Marjorie. Wait, is she the one who helped Emma prep for the Academy entrance exam? Yes, she made me an identity and a resume for the outside world. Even now she's here in the outside world gathering information like you place. There you have it. You say stray, but before the Great Twilight, I used to bop around everywhere investigating the curse. After this, I'm going to meet up with the villagers and help solidify your battle plan. We're really in your debt. Thank you so much, Marjorie. Just don't be late because you got too caught up playing poker. Can't believe I lost her for being the one to initiate the challenge. When Marjorie gets serious, she's really a force to be reckoned with. Perhaps I was in over my head from the start. I've had an inkling you were a deft hand at games, but I have no intention of dancing in the palm of your hand forever. Just remember that, Marjorie. Wait, did I just hear Theodora's voice? My ears must be playing tricks on me. That's the manager downstairs. Today may be the day the war begins, but these folk made the interesting choice to come here. I guess love is truly blind. And deaf and dumb. Alistair is bound to have a couple people still, and I think we had something for Sandy here. I can't remember what it was. Granny totally lost it and fainted. Suddenly everything went black and there was this huge floating thing over the town. I heard the government's announcement that it's a weapon, and I don't believe a word of it. So there is something in the Sunny Spot Inn. Wonder where you are right now, Dad. After seeing something so big appear, I can't help but worry about him. Hope he's somewhere relatively safe and out of harm's way. Actually, yeah, we'll check the shop stuff. Nothing. We'll be holding the Harvest Festival. It was Sandy's idea. There you go. Of course, this means a lot of work for us. There's so much to prepare. The other day, that huge thing showed up in the sky. It really startled everyone. I hope the festival will help lift people's spirits. So we do not want to talk to Sandy in here because she was one of the customers, our clients in the daily stuff. Well, this is going to be a fast trip. It sounds like Sandy's also heard about the incident. She's been all around town looking for ways to help. I was just so full of pride when she decided to take the reins with the Harvest Festival. You heard about it being delayed, right? Okay. We'll go up the ramp. There's usually a kid here. There he is. Gramps and Grams are always so down. If I could just become stronger, I'm sure they'll cheer up. There's a freaking sheep up here, man. You're killing me, game. I'm going to cook omelet rice tonight. It's Kai's favorite. The war's scary and I was getting really worried about what would happen to everyone. But now that my eyes are healed, I want to see how everything turns out myself. I've spoken with Father Nagaro, and we've decided to hold Mass in the near future. We'll provide grape juice for the children, brandy for the adults. Everyone is praying for Idios' protection as well as an early end to the war. What have I been doing? I sent the people of this town, the people I love, to war, insisting it was for His Highness's sake. What does His Highness say, or the Emperor, or Ariel? And Father, I've caused nothing but trouble for you. Will I ever be able to atone for my mistakes? You don't have that much longer in the world anyway, old-timer. People's sins and faults can come in many shapes and sizes. The worst of those is when one does not try to change, even after becoming aware of their wrongs. We must focus once more on supporting the people of this town as best we can. I'm certain your intentions will come across. After that incident the other day, I felt borderline paralyzed. My poor grandson almost lost his life. Can't bear to think of it. My son and his wife currently live over in Aragon. The closer we get to the war, the busier they are, it seems. It's been quite a while since I last saw them. I just hope that they stay safe and sound, and that they don't overwork themselves. Okay, Steinrose, and then we're done here. Pearl is stressed. She's even gone off for food. There's something going on in this town. Huge monstrosities appear in the sky. No wonder Pearl is spooked. I'll protect Pearl in the fields Oak trusted me with. What's up, Pearl? Translate for us, Celine? Never mind. Foul-mouthed cat. The distillery also suffered some damage. I was so disconcerted then. I wasn't in the right place of mind to be more thoughtful towards those two, but thanks to Blanc's amazing composure, we were able to keep pushing through it. Gotta say I'm proud she's my sister. Even though Elser's going through such difficulties, the war is drawing closer, isn't it? Wonder how Dad's doing. I'm guessing he's pretty busy. I'm going to protect the family business and my sisters too. Oh god, Crossbell. That's gonna be a video in of itself, man. I know it already. So I'm going to try to do Lee's, Branch Campus, Milsante, and Ordis in this video, and then that'll be it. Let's head over to the business district. Listen up, Clayton Co. has been making arrangements and delivering supplies to rural shops and merchants. Sounds like they'll be heading our way too. This is going to be massive for us. You know, up until recently I heard there was some shady stuff about them from merchants. But if they give us a hand here, then I'm definitely going to revisit my thoughts on them. Hold on, this truck. I see you figured it out. This is one of those fleet trucks Hugo sent out to deliver aid packages all across the Empire. Claystenko has plenty of reserve supplies. There's a lot of people who can still help. Now that that thing has appeared over on the coast, everyone's on edge. The least we can do is get these supplies out. Might help us start making up for the trouble we caused, too. You're really pulling out all the stops, huh? Merchants are people, too, and this is do or die for everyone. As the new representative of our Ordis branch, you can leave taking care of the city to me. Just concentrate on what you need to do. Whatever happens, don't lose. I heard the announcement. The government said it's some kind of new military facility. Still, something just seems off about it. Go to any city in the area, and all you'll find is people sick with worry and anxiety. So let's be quick with our delivery. Hopefully it serves as a partial apology for all the trouble they've had to endure so far. Claystenko's done some pretty shady business up till now. It's why we've got to do everything we can to make things right, now more than ever. By the way, Hugo got Watts a place at the hospital in Heimdall. I'm good about what happened to Watts, especially considering how much I owe him. I'm going to try damn hard to repay him. He needs that now more than ever. So that pillar on the harbor is part of the operational facilities for the floating stronghold, huh? People are really anxious about it, but isn't that a weapon that can be used against Calvard? That's about as reassuring as things can get. That pillar is a little eerie, isn't it? All of us in Ordis were completely surprised when it appeared out over the water. If only the government had just warned us a little beforehand, we could have avoided the panic that the city is in right now. In any case, the facility is for use against Calvard. It poses us no harm, so we don't need to worry about it. And they still don't let you in. My husband's lent his boat out to help with the investigation of that white pillar. Our family business is in marine transportation, so he knows the ships in the sea like the back of his hand. And given that, whatever that thing is, I imagine that his skills are going to come in very handy. If we need something to change, and soon. Our financial situation is terrifying. My hair is about to fall out. Present actions lay the structure for the future, right? I'm sure that his labors will bear fruit for us later on. What is the meaning of this, Gorty? The Clay distribution center plan, you said it was guaranteed. Guaranteed. Just hold on a minute. You're the one who was responsible for those massive losses. Weaseling around trying to enrich yourself, acting like you know everything? You're one to talk. Weren't you the one who kept increasing your share to gain the upper hand? Give me back my mirror, you shameless snake. You took the words right out of my mouth, you bumbling buffoon. My apologies, gentlemen, for interrupting your exciting chatter. But the Government Accountability Inspector would like a word with you. They're quite interested in the situation. Why would the Government Accountability Inspector be calling here? This is bad, Richmond. If they start snooping around, they can easily find out about our insider information. A situation like that would put about anyone in a panic. Guess you reap what you sow. Probably a bonus line if you had Machias here. Come off it. You're the one who started this whole affair. If you never opened your stupid mouth. Man up and take responsibility, Gordy, and give me back my investment. At any rate, I remember well, Richmond. I was brought to the edge of bankruptcy, and I will have my losses compensated, mark my words. They really do have something to say for every scenario. Can you imagine how their smug faces would look if this went belly up and they went bankrupt? My curiosity is certainly piqued. Did you hear about that strange giant tower object appearing in the ocean yesterday? It was truly the most surprising thing appearing out of nowhere with no forewarning whatsoever. No, don't misunderstand. I'm very content with their government, but they could tone down the appearance a little. The appearance of that strange pillar-like entity over the water really took those of us in the city by surprise. However, after much discussion with manager Warburg, we ultimately decided that our hotel would continue providing services as normal. We understand our guests' worries over the current situation, but we assure you that we are following developments and acting accordingly. Please enjoy your stay here and know that you are in good hands. And there is someone up here. Oh. Bringing out such perplexing things as that fortress and those pillars, and right before the war starts too. It's clear as day that the government is moving quickly so as to avoid being questioned by this everyday citizen. I have no idea what the government does in the shadows out of sight, but at the very least I'd like for them to recognize that they are losing the people's trust and fast. Okay, let's go here. The book I ordered express is already here. I've been looking forward to reading it. It's an old adventure story. It's got some pretty famous quotes, and the main character is so cool. Besides, my father used to read it to me way back when. It carries a lot of memories for me. I'm going to give it a read. I hope Father can make it back home safely just like the hero does. I've been putting in orders for some older books. They're more popular than you'd think. They actually sell better than new releases. Is there a type of human or something? One that would rather read through musty old pages than a brand new book? I really can't process that. No, I'm not going to worry about that. I'll just think of it as discovering a new sales method or something. That's fine. Nothing there. I stopped by Revere Court to take a gander around. They're using some top-notch ingredients just like you'd think. Given the current state of things, prices are a little on the high side, but looks like they've held out from compromising on quality. A little luxury every now and then can go a long way. But clay smell is generally cheaper and more convenient. You have to split up your shopping between different stores. Welcome, welcome. Here to pick up something nice? So, all of today's products are fresh and delicious. That large pillar's sudden appearance has really thrown me for a loop, I must say. Everyone at Riviera Court works so hard. I'm embarrassed by my own efforts and how the pillar's appearance has affected me. I've temporarily adopted the mindset of a beginner, reviewing everything and starting with the fundamentals. I hate to lose to them merely because I was too absorbed in my own way of thinking. Okay, nothing there. Welcome, we finally reached the day the war begins. Everything's got me so nervous. I spent all morning glued to the radio listening for new developments. It's been a month and a half since the attempt on His Majesty's life, but it really feels like the blink of an eye. There's no stopping it now, is there? I just hope they manage to bring things to an end quickly. Okay, let's see what else we got out here. My husband's lent his boat to help with the investigation of that white pillar. We're failing business. Yeah, we read that one already. The government keeps emphasizing that the pillar is just a weapon of theirs, but it's far too sinister. I don't believe it. It doesn't seem like the military police or the previous governor know too many details either. We can't afford to be careless here. The way it appeared out of thin air is so unsettling, you know? There was nothing there before. Chancellor Osborne and the Airbonian administration must be planning something. When you inspect it closely, it really does stand out. Such sinister energy certainly does inspire a sense of trust, does it? I've never in my life seen anything like that ghastly pillar. It's horrid. It doesn't seem to be operating via orbital energy, so what in the world is it? I was beginning to worry that I wouldn't be able to acquire the special toppings my ice cream needs, but Clayster Cove stopped me up. I used to hear some rather unsavory rumors. Once I met them, though, they were so sweet. I really should drop off some treats for them later. Keep the distance. Off to North Street. Angela's definitely gonna come back and see us. He Pinky swore. He always looked so sure of everything, but when he squeezed Pinky's, there was something different about him. Was he lying this time? But Angelo never ever lies, so if he says that he's gonna be home, then I gotta believe him. My boy Angelo shipped out the other day. He left us behind a will of sorts. He wrote down some trustworthy connections and information about his savings in case he hasn't come back. From how he acted with us, I never would have guessed any of this was on his mind. Next time he's home, he's getting an earful. If he's this worried, he should focus on staying safe out there so he can come back home. And then since Angelo's out, there shouldn't be anyone else in. Just bump the microphone. I don't know if that got picked up. You're going to open the shop up again eventually, right, Miss Glycine? That's the plan. This is all just temporary until I can stock back up again. And when that time comes, you'll be the first to know, Monique. So just hold in there a little longer, alright? Yeah, okay, but I'm going to be right here when it reopens. The shipping company we work with has suspended business due to the coming war. What you see... hit it again. What you see out on the shelves here is the entirety of what we have in stock. Monique's been dying for the shop to get back up and running, so maybe I should try to find other companies to work with. Yeah, we'll duck in here real quick. It's you folks again, huh? You look like you're about to head out. Now will be the time to take care of any preparations you may need. You can come get me once you're ready. Thanks. Never would have mentioned that a recipient of the Golden Emblem would be in charge of this. Don't mention it. It's nothing major. Luther's not around. I've got some free time on my hands at the moment. Speaking of Luther, where is he? He should be at Imperial Fortress about now. He's taking charge of that new type of railway cannon. Dragon Olive class, was it? I see. Hey, no need to worry. I don't expect the role will require being on the front lines. A technician who knows how to maintain those cannons is a valuable commodity. I'm sure that he's been assigned to the rear maintenance corps, though I didn't ever actually tell the man himself. If that actually happened, then it means... When it comes to war, there's no such thing as being truly safe. It's necessary to keep a firm hold of the conviction that you'll need to make it home alive. And that goes for you all too, you hear? Getting picked off early or what have you is just unacceptable. Don't you forget it. So what they're alluding to there is that he's a veteran or something like that. He experienced all that firsthand, I assume. Let's do the talk thing and see if there's anything else there. To see my own grandson being sent off like this. What an awful time we've entered into. I may be getting along in years, but I'd do anything for him. That goes for the rest of you too. If there's something you need, then don't hold back, okay? Hey, one of the usual, please. You got it. One passionate hot pot it is. Thanks for your patronage. We'll have that right up. How about that? I'm a full-on regular now. I can just ask for the usual and you know what I mean. You can't beat service like that. I wasn't too sure how things were going to go, but we all just love having Betty and Blanca around. This place sure has perked up. Beats getting swallowed up in all the doom and gloom of the world these days. Feels like I'm going to spring back in my step when I come here. I've been better watched. By the time he gets back, these girls might have already been stolen the place right out from under him. Being a waitress sure has its challenges, but on the whole, it's way more fun than I thought it'd be. Now I think about it. The war's starting soon, isn't it? I've been so caught up in work I haven't even had time to feel down about it. I know it's going to bring nothing but anxiety and instability, but that's why we've got to contribute what we can. For me, that means helping out the tavern. That just hits the spot. The fish dishes here are so fresh and the staff's always peppy. Can't get enough of the place. Still, it's not all fun times here. Now the war's starting up, we gotta stick to the radio and keep up to date on with what's happening. I have to say I'm quite worried about Edmund. Can't let all this worrying keep me from my work, though. Betty's been really bringing her A-game. I've got to show her how it's done. I've been way so keyed up lately that I've been plain missing all kinds of things going on around me. How is spending all day waiting around in here going to help me net any hotties? Seriously, my soulmate could just be around the corner. Even if he is, I gotta stick it out until Dad comes back. Sorry, boys. Once Dad's back, I'm gonna take a tour throughout Erebony and track down Mr. Right once and for all. So this fight better hurry up and finish soon. I've got things to take care of. The day is finally here. Normally I'd be all for taking whatever course is safest, but with Mr. Gret and all of you at the helm, even next to impossible tasks seem just about doable. I'll be cheering you Thor's bunch on. The little lady's put a lot of faith in this possibility for us. I'm counting you all to get out there and see it through. You got it, absolutely. Yeah, this is it. That one shop is Glycine's. As Theodore asked, I'm preparing letters to send out to the nobles in each region. Shelving each region bring together the more moderate factions must have been for a time such as this. Sharing disclosed information, making support requests, there is much to be done. My husband and I are doing everything we can to help. I'm preparing hot tea and some tea cakes. Would anyone care for some? 7 golden drops. Feels like it's been ages since I last had your tea. Thank you so much. I've been hearing a bit about your operations. I'm sorry that I cannot help in any meaningful way. I just hope that luck proves to be on your side, everyone. Looking forward to our next tea time with all of you back here, happy and well. Feeling is mutual. Thank you, Setsuna. Okay, no one is upstairs. Actually, no, that's just a doorway. Yeah, we're done here. Noble District. Have you decided on your guiding principle? Yes, no matter what, I'm going to put the people first. They already have to deal with conscription and rationing, and now that strange structure has appeared. I want to do what I can to help comfort them. What's more important to me is my family and the people under my care. I see, that's very like you. Really, I was worried that wasn't the right answer. Believe me, it's satisfactory, and it isn't as if there's only one correct answer in life. But I'm proud of you for coming to this conclusion. Does that make you feel better? It does a little. I feel more confident now. Thank you, Ramona. I'll need your support in the future. You'll always have it. So that's a hand-packed husband and his controlling wife. All this time I've been giving a lot of thought as to how I should behave as a noble, but I finally reached a decision. I need to thank Ramona for staying by me all this time. And my dear little Lilybell as well. Not only was she worried about me, but she even made me these... Friends Again coupons. Drawing a blank on this one. There's no telling what will happen, but I must act with pride in a way that shan't bring either of them shame. We go to war at noon. The people must be worried. I think I should go back to my family's territory. Can I leave our business and orders to you? Should I stay with Lilybell and collect information? That would be great. If you find anything, contact me immediately through Oliver. Alright, be careful, honey. You too. Look after Lilybell. Here you go, Oliver. It's a special shoulder rub coupon. Thank you for always looking out for me. Oh, Miss Lilybell, you made this for me? I'm so moved. Ow, my back. Oliver, are you okay? Not to worry, Miss Lilybell. So long as I have a helpful coupon of yours, I'll be alright. Ow. Oliver, are you okay? Oliver told me that his back hurt, so I made him a shoulder rub coupon. Maybe it would have been better if I made it a back massage coupon instead. Ah, they finally caught him. Wait, I dragged Charlotte out. It's not her fault. You can blame me for everything. Just forgive her. Indeed, the blame does lie with you. Kidnapping, defamation, I wouldn't be surprised if larceny and assault were on the list as well. You'll have time to consider this foolish behavior from your jail cell. Please stop, Father. I chose to go with Yuta. He hasn't committed any crime. Charlotte, you disappoint me. You promised me you had nothing to do with commoners. You've broken that promise. I'm sorry about breaking my promise to you, but I can't agree with your way of thinking. Yuta has taught me so much about the world, and I've been able to think for myself for once. I want to learn more about the city and build a better future with all its citizens. Not just the nobles, just as Mother was doing. My lady. But Charlotte, those who live a poor life are also poor in spirit. Have you forgotten how your mother lost her life? I remember. She was attacked by a robber in a back alley. But Yuta isn't like that. When I lost the pendant Mother left me, he found it for me and even repaired it. Charlotte showed Count Rackham the Carnelia pendant. Is this true, boy? Yes, sir. It happened at the summer festival. It wasn't just me. Ash and the others helped find it, too. When we found it, it was already broken. But I knew how important it was to Charlotte, and I didn't want her to be any more upset. I asked a craftsman I know, and he managed to repair it. Acting due to how earnestly he felt. It almost reminds me of how she used to act before she passed. Perhaps I am the one who was mistaken in my views. Honestly, you had to go and turn it into something even more beautiful than it was when I gave it to my wife. Very well, I suppose I can accept your friendship. I will permit you two to continue spending time together. Father, thank you so much. This is great, Charlotte. I will not repeat the same mistake again. No matter what happens, I will protect our precious Charlotte, I promise you, Cecilia. This is such a relief. We won't have to worry about you getting in trouble for being with me anymore. I know, isn't it great? You have to keep telling me about the world. And they seem to be part of a set. I'm glad that everything was sorted out peaceably. There's not much time until the war starts, and circumstances are dire. Yet I wish to treasure this moment in which the Master and Lady Charlotte have reconciled. They say kids grow up fast. I guess it's true, isn't it, Cecilia? Wanting to work with commoners, the way she never listens. She is so like you, my dear. I will not make the same mistake twice. No matter what, I must protect our precious daughter. Mass will be held at the cathedral today at noon. Please feel free to join us. Oh, and this is something I'm not really supposed to talk about, but have you heard? It seems the Emperor has regained consciousness. This is amazing. Adios must have heard our prayers. I have to tell as many people as possible. Sounds like it's not going to stay a secret for long. But yeah, right now the cat is trying to nuzzle up in my armpit for some reason. You may even hear her a little bit. I don't know what's up with her. Welcome to Or's Cathedral. We'll be holding Mass today. We have a lot more people than usual. They all answered the Archbishop's call admirably. No matter your circumstance, I'm sure we can overcome any crisis we pray together. If you look carefully at that white thing, you can see an eye. An eyeball. Did the Imperial government make the thing? It's unthinkable. I could shake this feeling of unease, so I came here to pray. I'm praying for my father. He was conscripted. I hope that he'll fight well and return home safely. Dad, everyone seems so worried. It wasn't that long ago the Ashen Chevalier came here and cheered everyone up. I wonder if he'll help us again this time. Many thousands, if not tens of thousands, soldiers will perish in this war. I pray that it will at least end swiftly to limit casualties. Please, Adios, bring this war to an end. Adios, please protect my son. He has the kindest heart I know, and he has so much to live for. The war is finally upon us. Prince Olivert and the Emperor would never espouse an act of folly like this. Great Adios, please watch over us sinners. Yesterday was terrible. Massive pillars suddenly appeared out at sea, sending the whole town into a panic. It looks the same as the salt pail that appeared in North Ambria. The war begins today, the war begins today, friends. Those of us here in the church will be holding mass in an effort to put the people's hearts at ease for what little it may be worth. It's you, the Ashen Chevalier, and your collaborators. Archbishop, you appear to be well apprised of the situation. Mind you, I'm not especially informed on what goes on behind the scenes, nor do I intend to stick my nose in it. We all have our own duties. What say you we fulfill one of them here? How so, your grace? In the name of the Order of this Cathedral, blessed as it is by Adios, I, Archbishop Bramfell, hereby bestow this humble gift upon you. Dragon incense. I believe our resources can be of service to you all. As you stand ready to face your destiny, I pray to Adios to relieve you of the burdens you carry. Archbishop, I don't know how to thank you. It is my mission to pray for the people's well-being, yourselves included. It's not much, but it's all I can offer. Should you lose your way or need to rest, you are always welcome here. I'll be looking forward to seeing you. We appreciate it. So now the cat is sulking off for some reason. Yes, I'm a little bit more distracted by the cat than this. So, Dragon Incense is your mega elixir of the game. It's just everything back. We have 13 of them, so it's another thing to fall back on if I just want to cheese my way through the upcoming segment. Otherwise, let's see, we have the Count Floral Residence, Duke Residence. Like I said, according to notifications from the administration, it's a weapons facility for use against Calvert. As if I would believe such nonsense. Forget it, I'm more concerned about this Beckford 5. It was... Beckford V5? I don't know. It was in the region yesterday. The government will be providing compensation for my ship, yes? It was sunk under their watch. Well? Quit mumbling and speak, man. I wish I could, but... Why do things turn out like this? Things must be even tougher if Chief Warrant Officer Brighton with that massive Imperial Fortress appearing above Heimdall. Come on, Isaac, just do what you can. One day our peace will return. I lent the Beckford 5 to the Navy for transport, but it sank on its way back. The crew made it through safely, but this is still a tremendous loss. The government ought to provide compensation. Try and calm down for a second. Did you see that? It moved. It's too much, the thing being this close to Ortis. I really do hate this government. Why do they always have to do things like this? I thought my ship might be useful in investigating that white pillar, so I spoke to Marquis Reagan. As a result, he offered to bring up the matter with the Imperial Governor for me. It was well worth getting ready, so we could set out at any time. There was the fact that Lord Beckford's ship sunk, though, so we can't be too careful. On top of alleviating the people's worries, I'll be able to put the Governor into my debt. Five people here. Miss Carr, are you sure you're okay? That's the first time I've ever seen you break something. Enough already. I looked outside for a moment and met the gaze of that creepy eye, that's why. I realized my error, so let's not speak of it again. Sorry, ma'am. Anyway, we should get to arranging some refreshments for our guests. You must all be so very stressed. Times of crisis call for sugar, I always say. How about we make something sweet? I'll start the preparations. I can't believe I broke a plate. It was so careless of me. Still need to improve so much, especially if I want to be a good role model for Rennie and the others. The Master is working with Governor Regnus in an attempt to ease the confusion. He's looking after guests, reaching out to various groups. Looks like we're going to stay busy. I'm surprised Miss Kara never slips up. Just goes to show how dire things are. I'll have to stay focused. Lay first is working with Thors. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried, but I will believe in my lady and pray for her safety. Do you know what people are saying about that strange pillar? That it is forewarning to another Northumbrian calamity. They are on the edge of panic. I refuse to lie down and cower in fear until the government makes an announcement. Floral, we have to do something. No, please. What I need from you now is your patience. Any careless action taken on the same day the war breaks out could accelerate the chaos. Leave this matter to myself and Director Regnitz. Can I ask you to pacify the territories? Very well, if your lordship so wishes, I'll do what I can. Many of those in close proximity to the pillar have already fled the area, but perhaps I can still assuage some anxiety by talking to the people again. Cloud Floridal's doing what he can to stem the tide of chaos. It's you lot. I've heard about you from my children. You intend to tackle things independently. I cannot say anything from an official standpoint, but given what I've seen from Vincent and Ferris, it does not seem an altogether bad strategy. I'll be wishing you the best in my own quiet way. Thank you. We have to make this a success, to usher in the bright future so many people are hoping for. Rumor has it the appearance of that waylaid some ships out at sea. But if the Count says he has a handle on the situation, then we ought to stand aside and leave it to him. There are some citizens who were reassured by the public announcement. Even so, there remains a lot of confusion. I wonder what sort of statement we noble lord should make. The government's announcement aside, we've sent out notices telling people not to approach the structure unless absolutely necessary. Why do they keep doing things to worry the citizens right before the war begins? The government is so... 3 people? From what I've heard, even the government is beginning to suspect the worst for what's to come. As mere servants, we cannot truly comprehend the depths of the situation, but we will support their meeting to our fullest ability. I'm worried about how orders in the whole of Erebonia will change once the war breaks out, but I've witnessed the Imperial government and nobles struggling to set things right day after day. They convince me there's still hope, even in times of chaos and confusion. The Imperial government has a lot of visitors recently. He's only meeting in the Banquet Hall as we speak, but I've been told to let you all through, so you're free to move as you wish. Okay, let's go crash the Banquet Hall. Greetings, we've come to eat all your hors d'oeuvres. Okay, now the cat is just walking in a circle meowing. What the hell? Marquis Ballad and Governor Regnitz are currently in a meeting. I would ask that you move around quietly. I've been sent by the Floral family to exchange information. However, one does start to wonder about the plausibility of Operation Giant Steel. Now forgive me, our hopes are with you all. We're going to overcome this and find hope in the darkness. Lots of nobles on the western coast are cooperating with the government and have had no choice but to dispatch troops. The situation is particularly dire in territories where leaders are absent. We are doing what we can to improve things. It sure was good luck we came here and heard the Courageous 2 was on the move. I hope you won't mind me spreading that rumor around. I want to keep these hopes alive. The Imperial government won't be able to approve a strategy like that will hinder the Chancellor's will. Without a doubt, the Radiant Wings is what the Empire needs in its current chaos. We can only offer tacit approval, I'm afraid, but I will offer prayers for your success. We received a message from the Governor. He's hurried back from the capital. Since the appearance of the pillar in the fortress, the capital has been gripped by a strange frenzy. It must be the curse making things this way. I don't know how much we can hold it back, but we must try our best. Well, isn't this a surprise? Governor Regnitz, Count Agret, and you too, Marquis Ballad. I take you've put together a strategy. That we have, disorder is spreading all across the mare, and Ordis is no exception. So I've been working to stem the tide with whatever aid these 2 gentlemen can offer. We've already determined that the pillar here shares some remarkable similarities with the salt pill that appeared in Northumbria. If this information gets out, people are rightly going to start panicking. To think I'd hear the name of that detestable thing once more. I've reached out to Cruz and Anorsha, and it sounds like they're experiencing similar unrest there. Though perhaps that suggests this is all part of a government scheme. Indeed, it's possible they intend to sow chaos and despair so that the world may be more easily swallowed by the Great Twilight. We can't afford to let that happen. Things may look grim, but we still have time to make a difference. I'm going to stick it out until the very end. We'll show everyone that this Great Twilight's power isn't absolute. We'll all be praying for your success. This Operation Giant Steel of yours, it intrigues me. Sounds dangerous, but under the circumstances it may be our only hope. I wish you the best of luck. I will do my part to keep the government distracted from your activities. I have a score of my own to settle anyway. I shall assail them with the bureaucracy the likes of which they have never seen. Honestly, I've never been more confident in him. Thank you, Marquis Ballad. We're glad to have you on our side. Operation Giant Steel strategy is quite outlandish by most standards, but I'll still support you. In any case, we'll just have to put in our greatest efforts. Let's do our best. I have expectations of you as well. There we go. Things may look bad, but we still have time. We can still make a difference. I'm going to stick it out until the very end. We'll show everyone that the Great Twilight's power isn't absolute. People of Thors, I'll be praying for your safe return. Operation Shine and Steel, I'd never give my seal of approval to such a ridiculous plan. The future of the world is too heavy a burden for kids like you to bear. Don't worry about what will happen if the operation fails. Just focus on the now and do what you can. At the end of the day, he's still looking out for her. Thank you, Marquis Ballade. So I just want to see if there was anyone else out on the street. Okay, no. So next area, final one is the harbor. When the thing appeared over the sea, I was inside. I didn't even see it. I'm going to be dismissed. All I can do now is enhance the patrol so we can deal with the issues quickly. It's not a lot, but I did bring some food and supplies. If there's anything you need, just shout. Managing Director Hugo told us to cooperate. Thank you very much. I wonder if I could take around 20 boxes of food. Is that really going to be enough? I've loaded 10 times that. Yes, if we can get that much, we should be able to manage. More importantly, there are lots of anxious people in the neighboring villages. Please distribute remaining supplies to them instead. Got it. If that's what you want, I'll get it done. That pillar appeared and they're drafting more and more men. It seems to like one thing after another. The staff here agreed that we want to be there for our customers in times like these. And that's why Riviera Court is always open, no matter what is going on in the world. We hope you visit us if there's anything you need. You're always welcome. We have instructions from Managing Director Hugo to take food and daily necessities. He told us to give a little extra to Riviera Court. Never thought they'd turn it down, though. But if that's how it is, that's how it is. We'll have to get this stuff over to the neighboring villages now. The old Riviera Court was full of high-end goods geared toward nobility with a real snobby vibe. They sold luxury items that were beyond what even regular citizens could even dream of. That's why I started shopping in Clay Small. But I can't believe it, I came here for the first time in a while. It's so different than how it used to be. They've got a huge selection for regular citizens, and it feels like the quality is better than Clay Small. They kept up business even after moving to such a small storefront. Shows how strong their spirits are. Maybe I misjudged this place. Please excuse me for not noticing your arrival. Welcome to Riviera Court. Still embarrassing, but because I was recently conscripted, I've been asking the others to take care of things after I'm gone. Things aren't looking well, but the store should at least be able to stay in business, partly because I was sorting things out yesterday. That's all I need, really. I'll face the future with a proud heart. I have nothing to be ashamed of. With Capo getting ready to leave, the store already feels a lot emptier. This is no time to lose heart. We all agreed to do our best in his absence. As long as we keep offering the people of Orders the same great service we always have, it'll all work out. It's the least we can do to repay Capo, since he's been handling the supply lines. We'll be fulfilling our promise to Lady Ferris as well. Just notice I have less than 200,000 Mira now. That may cause a problem when we have to finally start cooking. Let's go over here. So far, this area has the most NPCs in it. Stop making all the commotion. If you have time to be joking around, you're not working hard enough. That pointing structure that suddenly appeared really is enormous. Seeing that thing day and night, you start thinking about all kinds of things. Like, how far could I climb? I want to push myself to the limits and see for myself so bad I can barely sleep. I can feel the excitement flow through my muscles. What am I supposed to do with all this power, huh? Wow, Dawkins is really something. Day of a great historic war draws closer, and now this strange white pillar has appeared. Nothing is normal anymore. I feel much calmer seeing that guy hasn't changed, though. I was conscripted along with my colleague, Eston. We were both feeling really down, then suddenly that strange pillar appeared. I seriously doubted it's a mirage, so what in the world could it be? This insane thing just came out of nowhere. Hope nothing happens to the guys conscripted in the Navy. What is that? It can't be a preemptive attack by Calvert, right? Does it really matter even if it was? War's coming no matter what. Look, Calvert, you'll find out just how fragile you are soon enough. So if you want to see it, there you go. We'll be seeing it from the inside in a couple videos. I started looking around for luggage to ship. Old habits die hard, huh? But that's all finished now. There won't be any more tankers coming through here. Gonna really miss seeing those big tankers around. What's this? Some weird white things coming out of the ocean? Angelo, guy who got drafted, is a real good guy. So I was thinking of his family doing his best as the breadwinner. Now Vasarni, he's a smart one, always got his nose in the Imperial Chronicle. All those other guys who got drafted too, they're all important pals of mine. Never been one for religion, but I guess all I can do now is pray for their safety. If something as big as that shows up in the ocean, you end up seeing it even if you don't want to. I'm a bit worried, but I'm fine. I'm sure Leo and the others are doing their best as we speak after all. So I'll do my best. I'll keep this place in business no matter what. Herman came by to say hello a while back, so looking a lot more relaxed, like a weight had been lifted from his shoulders. He's finally acting like his old self again. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that 3-turn insight sounds like it might be awesome for Fee. There we go. Wow, so there's only one recipe left and then we have them all. That's cooking time. Just like how there's one fish missing. We're probably gonna get the clue for that in Crossbell because there's the Fisherman Guild there. Makes sense in my head. That's the dude looking for luggage, so I think we're actually done here then. Off to Masante. This is gonna have like 10 people in it normally, maybe less now. Oh man, Lee's is gonna be packed, isn't it? Reich always smiles when we talk. We're going to the church to pray together. I hope both our dads come home soon. Esther, I'm sorry for all the pain I've caused. I realize now that family is what I ought to treasure most. Until now, all I've been interested in is Mira. I didn't prioritize the most important things in my life. I'm sorry I've been an idiot. Even if I apologize, it's not going to make up for the pain I've inflicted. You finally get it. Reich's been waiting for you to come home. Yeah, Dad, you have to come home. I'm going to study hard, read lots of books, and help you with your work. Thank you, Reich. I hope you let me take care of the daddy stuff when I get back. Now I have to get going. You don't realize what's truly precious until it's gone. The one thing this big idiot can do is get back home alive to see the smiles on the faces of his wife and son. Looking back, our married life is full of hardships, but as a wife and mother, I will wait here for my husband to return. I'm going to work hard at my studies for when Dad comes home. I'll also find an interesting book to show Lucas. I'll choose one that's easy to read. Okay, was there a mission in here, or is that a secret one? Because don't forget we didn't get the whole Diana Ellie thing just yet, so that could be this. Oh. Just thinking to myself, hey, this place looks a little, oh, I don't know, empty. That's because it was. We'll peek in here, but I don't know if I'm going to talk to anyone. I'm trying to remember, was this in the computer or not? No. It does not look like Diana's in here. Chapel is empty. I was thinking, I don't remember speaking to anyone in there, but then I realized, yeah, there's a reason for that. Must be some connection between Galley and this folktale of Lake Gala. The phrase, the lake reflects a person's true nature. Galley must represent the unease and fear of those facing war. There's already that weird floating thing, so what's going to happen if everyone gets even more anxious? There's no way this ends well. I pray that this war ends quickly so no more people have to suffer. Father, do you think Galley will like the grave I built? I think he will. He'll know just how much he meant to you. That makes me feel better. I'm going to visit Galley's grave every day so he doesn't feel lonely. I want to be with Galley forever and ever, just like how you're always there for me. That sounds like a wonderful idea, Nikki. The father from the church is always there for me, so I want to be there for Galley too. Then no matter what happens, we'll be okay. If we stick together, nothing can scare us. Listening to Nikki, I finally realized that there wasn't any problem with the way I raised her. I received a message from Heindel Cathedral. Seems we can expect action on more than just the Eastern Front. I asked that a sister be dispatched for support. There's no harm in being prepared. According to the government's announcement, that thing up there is a weapon. I've lived a long time, but I've never seen anything like that before. I wonder how many men from the Empire and Republic are going to get hurt because of that thing. That's the Imperial Fortress. The father has been walking around town to check in on us. With Diana out of town on business, we have to be able to stand on our own 2 feet. I have to do something to help Lucas and my mother-in-law in my husband's absence now that he's been conscripted. Is the kid upstairs? No. He's one of the ones outside, isn't he? I think it was the one we spoke to as we entered town. Robert has been conscripted and our food delivery is delayed. I was thinking of closing down the place for a while, but it'd be pathetic if I gave up on something so minor when my son promised he'd come home from war. So one of the only men left in town, I need to stay strong. Einhill Keep does have something new in it, but yeah. Okay, last stop. I'm counting the branch campus itself as part of Leaves because it's supposed to be in Leaves. So we'll start with the people behind us. Welcome to Leaves. Are you also refugees from Heimdall? Yes, that strange floating fortress really creeps me out. We want to stay here in Leaves to recollect ourselves and watch how the war goes. Yes, I understand. We have many customers with the same idea. Do you have any friends or relatives in Leaves? If you like, the mayor's wife and I would be glad to show you around town. It has been a never-ending stream of military trains since this morning. Despite the restrictions on travel, the number of people seeking refuge shows no signs of abating. We have our hands full with the refugees. I was feeling awful that I couldn't play with my children. Miss Rosine coming home has been a great help. Hopefully it'll make the young ones less anxious. Some people in the capital think the strange fortress is a good thing. I couldn't disagree with them more. We should stay here in Leaves, wait to recollect ourselves, and watch how the war progresses. If it isn't Instructor Reed and his friends. Ever since the fortress appeared, I've been busy helping the evacuees from Heimdall. There are more people than we expected. The inns are all full. I asked Instructor Makarov, Mary, and Celestin for advice. They allowed us to commandeer the school as a temporary measure and set up some cots. That's a relief to hear. I'm just glad we were able to help in some small way. We'll look after the place while waiting for your return. Thank you very much, Mayor Haddock. Mom, why did we come to Leaves? We're going to wait it out here until we know that the huge fortress is no threat to us. Our house could be flattened like a pancake, isn't that a scary thought? So let's stay in this town with everyone until we know that we're safe. The bottom of the fortress is covered in those super creepy eyes and stuff. It's really scary. I think Mom is right. We should stay here where we're safe. Leaves isn't known as a tourist location, so I didn't bother to visit before, but it's actually a pretty nice place now that I'm here. If circumstances were different, I'd love to go to do some touristy things. So it's possible we can learn about the fish here. I forgot about Neo-Suion. You know anything about a fish? It's you. But hearing that you're trying to stop the war, as long as that fortress is still there, the war will probably continue. And anyone can do anything about the thing, but you're going anyway, aren't you? That's right, we need to put an end to this. So you're determined to do it. I don't think I need to say this to you, but you can't go in prepared to die. You need to go in prepared to survive. Don't forget that you have people waiting for you to come back. We'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Rod. If you have some time, you should go down to the beach in Michelin. It sounds like something's been discovered there that's got the fishing role all shaken up. Fishermen skilled in the Imperial Fishing Club are working together to investigate. Would you mind going too? And there's your clue about the Guardian. We spoke to those people. There's something here at Barney's. What was it called again? Imperial Fortress? Just what is that creepy thing? I'm not going back to the capital for a while in case something else happens, you know? I have to thank that young lady for bringing me here and taking me in. Welcome, I'm sorry, but we're completely booked at the moment, so... Oh, it's you guys. Sorry to come at a busy time. Did you say your book's solid? Yes, it's that thing in the sky showed up. We got a lot of people here who are running away from the capital. It means it's a lot of people who want to eat. It's rough everywhere, but me and Gina are doing all we can. Things must be tough for you guys, too. We need to all do our best until the war is over. Dad's probably training right now. I'm worried about Kane and Braun. They already left for the front lines. It's no time to be mopey. We have to do our best until the war's over. We couldn't even get a train ticket, so I thought we'd have to walk to the refugee center. But then we lucked out and got a ride in a normal car. Yes, but I can't help but worrying about your father and Wayne staying behind in Heimdall. Dad? He's going against the Imperial Defense Force and helping residents flee, right? And Wayne's busy in his own way dealing with people from Thor's. But I'm sure they'll both be okay. A soul is tempered by trials that overcome, right? That's right, it's our family motto. Your father and Wayne thrived in extreme circumstances. I'm sure they'll be fine. They must be Wayne's mother and sister. Looks like they're really worried. We have to make sure the plan succeeds. My brother's going to overcome everything with that indomitable spirit of his and come back home. He's gotta come home. I want to see his hot friend again. I don't remember who the friend was, sadly. My husband is helping evacuate the capital as part of this job with the military, Heimdall military police. He's the kind of guy that thrives under pressure. I know he's doing fine. Seems like each camp is finally in operation. There's Meal Mirage, which aims to counter the apocalyptic Operation Jormungand, and the ever-hopeful Operation Shining Steel. Looks like everyone involved has their own circumstances to deal with. I'll be an observer for it all, how this war ends, and what fate lies in store for the people of this world. The atmosphere in Heimdall has been so weird. How can people see a creepy fortress appear in the sky and not think that's weird? Chucky's been saying really disturbing things after listening to the radio. Where'd our happy days go? Down with the Republic, down with the Republic. Always on the radio. What's the Republic? Is it tasty? You want to eat it. Who are these guys again? Aren't you... You. Your hair's different, but it is you. Okay, I remember them now from Heimdall. Don't you work with Toa? I can't believe it. It's Instructor Reen. We've heard about your situation from Toa's messages. I see. It's Toa's aunt and her cousin. They run a general store in Heimdall, and the other two must be Kai's friends. It's been a while. Did you come here from the capital? Yes, we came here after that strange thing appeared in the northern skies. Most of the residents in Heimdall are cheering about it without a second thought. Something strange is definitely going on. We ended up closing the store and coming here. Matthew and Nia's family members should be arriving soon. My dad ended up joining the army, so he helped us get past the inspection points. Hope he's okay. He didn't get in trouble with the military or something, right? Kai? I'm sure he's okay. Your dad's a reliable guy. If only there was something we could do to help. I know, we can collect information on the Imperial Army. Infiltrating the Intelligence Division's confidential line would be beneficial. It's okay, you don't need to concern yourself with it. War starts at noon, you must be very busy. Toa's doing her best, it's the moment of truth here. Yeah, but I think Toa would want to know that you're safe. Why don't we call her from the terminal now? Huh? We can talk to Toa. I would love to. Can we ask you to do that now? Sorry folks, I can't read lips. Toa, Martha, and the others confirmed their own was safe and doing well. After checking in and wishing each other well, they say goodbye for now. My mom is from Calvert, so we've had some scary stuff happen this month. Kai and Matthew have done a great job protecting me. I owe them so much. Leave seems pretty okay. It's not scary here. It's wrong for me to just keep being protected without giving anything back, isn't it? I'll see if there's something me and my mom can do when she gets here. I'm worried about my dad, but I made a promise to protect the people special to me. I've finally got to see Toa again, too. I can't keep moping forever. I'll do everything I can from here. You guys better do the same. I believe in you guys, and Toa, too. Don't worry, I promise we'll get through this. Every day, more and more people in the capital are going nuts, and Toa went missing too. But me and Kai are just gonna fight for justice. We're not gonna be overwhelmed. Yesterday I was looking around helping out people in trouble. Gotta do what I can with Kai and Nia. There's supposed to be more refugees from Vesta Street, so I plan to head back there and help. Looks like it'll be a tough day. I'm glad I got a chance to speak with Toa and all of you. Now you make sure you come back safely, you hear me? It's for the sake of those waiting for you. We will. Please be careful too. What's the best way to go around here? I think I'm just gonna cut across to this one, then travel the outskirt. There was almost no time between declaring war and actually going to war. Why does war mean saying real people sacrifice their lives? It would be so much better if the elites battled it out over a tabletop game. But I know things won't be that simple. I'm an adult after all. All I can do is pray to ADOs that there won't be many casualties. Miss Rosine, where have you been? Things have been really crazy ever since you left. Those kids from Thor's main campus showed up, along with with tons of those guys from the Imperial Defense Force, and... Oh dear, I'm sorry, Tom. Were you scared? No, not me. This is no big deal. Besides, Teddy looks up to me. I can't go getting scared. I've got to show her that everything will be alright. I think Teddy is very lucky to have a big brother like you, Tom. But you need to take care of yourself as well. If you're worried about anything, don't bottle it up. You can always come and talk to me. Teddy wanted to see Miss Rosine, so I came along to see her too. I'm glad I did. I feel so much better after talking to her. Miss Rosine, what's going to happen when the war starts? Is there going to be fighting here too? Don't you worry, Teddy. You'll be safe here in Leaves. And if things do get dangerous, we'll be here to protect you. Okay, as long as we'll all be alright. Mommy's been looking really sad, but now I can tell her she doesn't have to worry anymore. That's a repeat. Miss Rosine, Mommy got sick the other day and helped take care of her. I worked really hard at it. That was very grown-up of you, Armin. I'll bet your mom was happy to have you there with her. I didn't know you were in Leaves, Rosine. I just want to check on the children before things get underway. I might visit Trist after this, too. I was worried they'd all be so scared. But seeing the way they kept up their spirits is incredibly motivating. We have to be victorious, Rain, for the sake of the children. Right. Got Rosine's note. Just him. Today's the day of the war. We should feel nothing but horror on this day, and yet I find myself happy that Sister Rosine is safe. She also told me about how she's been working with you. Seems this is a critical moment for you all, but please do not do anything rash. Note that even if this is a mission, you feel you must accomplish at the cost of your life. A peace built from sacrifice is nothing but illusion. Okay, now the boutique. Welcome, Instructor Reen. I want to do what I can to offer relief to those who have fled from Heimdall, so I'm knitting some cuddly rabbits. This was the only way I could think that I could be of any use to them. Right, I got those cute cookies from Rachel. Maybe I should give her one too. Don't misunderstand, we're just old friends, you know? I didn't say anything. Guess Rachel and Marcus have gotten closer. Anyway, you don't think that large fortune is just gonna drop out of the sky, do you? I understand why people are coming here scared. Surprised they're not using this for anything. I was completely taken by surprise when that fortress appeared. I almost fell on my bottom. I was that astonished. Good thing Frankie happened to be nearby and also looking up at the fortress. He helped keep me steady. Maybe it's just my mind, but his hand was so strong. He's really growing up to be a fine young man. Guess I still have a long way to go myself. I won't let myself be intimidated by the fortress like that again. I'll look at it head on without any fear. My cold cleared right up thanks to Armin. I was a bit worried about my husband because he was drafted recently, but it seems he's managing alright. Knowing that has put my heart at ease, and you know what? Armin is growing up as well. Instead of fretting over the future, I'll do what I can right now. There's been a lot of people at the inn who are running from the fortress that appeared. I'm sure it's been tough with Barney gone. Maybe I should help out in the kitchen. What was it called again? A moving fortress, right? Can't believe something that big can fly. I get why people from Heimdall would want to flee. If I were from Calvert, I think we were definitely going to lose now. Why are Calvert and Ereboni entering into a war when the conclusion's so obvious? If you know you're going to lose, why even bother fighting? Cheryl, there's no point in us thinking about that complicated stuff. The grown-ups are going to do what they can do. So let's just try to stay positive. If you get upset, Marcus will only worry. Zach, you really say anything worth listening to, but I think you're actually right for once. Thank you for trying to cheer me up. It's no problem, anything to help. Okay, let's go say hi to Miss Rosine, then we can start calling in customers for Le Pan. There's a lot of people here from the capital. This has been great for profits. With all these extra sales, we'll be able to save up for Marcus and Rachel's wedding in no time. I'm not sure about that, but alright. Let's make a competition of it. The one who pulls in the most customers wins. And those who has to treat the winner to some candy. It's on. I'll show you what I can really do. And that's a repeat. Come on, I just want to go and radio... whatever, it's Radio Trista. Even though it's in leaves, right? I don't know what came over my side to help. This plan's practically treason, right? What the heck's up with him? He was like, I'm kinda used to set up the equipment, okay? Guess I'm looking forward to throwing this in the face of those idiots that want the war to happen so they'll wake the heck up. In for a region for ourselves, now that I'm here I might as well just follow Monk. I couldn't help but find that fortress incredibly disturbing. Just when I was about to flee on foot, the insurance girl offered me a ride in her car. That was very kind. Though I must admit that what I'll truly never forget would be her poor driving skills. I do find it terrifying that everyone in Heimdall is so obsessed with the war, but I left because I don't believe the fortress is an Imperial weapon. Along the way I discovered others were leaving for similar reasons. We fit as many people as we could in my car and left for leaves. Performing good deeds will lift the spirit. Sabrina. Looks like she did everything she could to help a lot of people out from the capital. Apparently they were fleeing the capital because they were afraid of the giant fortress. Maybe the residents in Heimdall welcome the fortress. Why can't they see this as a normal? It's also very, very wrong. There are a lot of refugees fleeing the capital since the floating fortress appeared here. My husband and I have had our hands full trying to assist them. Frankie and Celestin were helping us out earlier. They're just headed out towards the branch campus for the strategy conference. I don't know the details of the plan, but I think it may have something to do with you. Why don't you follow them? I didn't mean to talk to her again. I regret leaving the capital, but this is my first time on leave. Is there any place we can stay? We do have inns, but unfortunately there are no vacant rooms. We have prepared beds in the school building for refugees. Please wait here until we've got a bed ready for you. I'll show you the way. I'll then show you the way. It's been many years since I had to walk from town to town like this. Thank goodness for my strong legs, I was able to make it here without issue. There are only landing military trains run, so there's a lot of competition for passenger services. Me and my granny couldn't get on any of the trains, so we gave up and walked here. We can still see the fortress from here, but since we're in leaves now, I think we should be safe. Can't get a 9 volley. This is what I was looking for. Holy crap, it's coming down outside. There's a lot of snow, man. No one's inside here for some reason. So right here, just doing one last look. I think we hit everything. So let's go to the campus. We're getting close to the 2-hour mark, assuming I don't have to edit anything out. And there's something up there. Oh, the treasure chests are still there. Hey everyone! Did you guys come here to take a look? Yeah, we heard about it, but we want to see for ourselves. This plan requires a lot of ground support. This will be our command center. Yes, we were actually about to perform the final checks. The RMP and Intelligence Division have troops in various locations, and there's the IDF too. Separation and neutralization are critical for the success of Operation Shining Steel. We'll need the Derflinger and Arc Royale to operate at maximum capacity. But considering how far the Great Twilight's advanced, that alone won't be enough. The fortress and the Pales, we cannot ignore the spiritual pollution that's gripped the land. Yeah, the start of the war will just make things worse. You see, the 5 Pales act as a system of focusing devices. They absorb the tension of building up across the continent as the war looms and channel it back into the fortress. I see. It doesn't change our ultimate purpose. We need to win all the rivalries and stop the Great Twilight. We'll have to leave this to you all. Those of us on the ground will cooperate with the infiltration team. Thanks, we'll be counting on you. The witches will also be supporting us. The information you provided us has been very useful as well. We'll do all we can to provide backup for the different teams. Disciples of both the Vander and Arseid schools are already working to support the residents. Aurier, you take command with this. I'm sorry to leave the disciples in your care, but I know you can handle them. We're glad to help, especially after everything Klaus has done for us. Mateus is working hard too. We'll try to cover the whole area together. I'll see what I can do to make up for the supply shortages. I've got enough stockpile to send out some support packages. It should help plug some gaps for now. In that case, I'll help as well. With our combined resources, we can work out an effective method of redistribution. That would be great, thank you. We're finally all coming together. Just what I expected. It's only a few hours until go time. You got any loose ends you need to take care of? Yeah, I'll go do that now. The group exchanged essential information with their allies. They resumed activities with a renewed sense of purpose. We get the Adele note. That's a little weird. Just hers. I also plan on leaving once our strategy is set. Now is the time to help others by utilizing the mindset and techniques of 2 schools of martial arts. Instructor Makarov got in touch with my father last night. We decided to visit my family and make some proper introductions once this is all over. I know I should probably be more on edge with everything that's at stake, but I can't help being excited. Now I'm even more determined to make this operation a success. Man, Mint's really messed things up for me this time. I didn't get a wink of sleep last night. But maybe that was the push I needed to actually talk to the Count about me and Mary. Just one more reason not to screw up this operation, I guess. We intend to offer all the powers at our disposal in order to provide you with support. The RMP, the Intelligence Division, and the Imperial Defense Force are as strong as they've ever been. But Lord Patrick and his classmates have grown so much. With all your powers combined, there is nothing you can't achieve. I will, of course, assist however I can to ensure the success of the operation. The first barrier to Operation Giant Steel is how quickly we can clear the Pales, which is why we're going to be polishing our plan up until the moment you enter. Just make sure you're all ready. Our friends from all over are ready to offer their support. I'll take care of organizing them. Be careful out there, everyone, especially you, Fee. I just know I'll see your smiling faces again. You can count on it. Thank you, Adele, for everything. We'll be back soon. I'm using my distribution network to send out support packages. Working hand in hand with Becky's trade network, I can deliver them pretty much anywhere. It's impressive what you and Becky can do when you put your heads together. We're lucky that our shops cover different areas or we'd be in fierce competition. Together, though, we should be able to efficiently gather intel for you from across the continent. When it comes down to brass tacks, I don't believe there's much chance of this operation being a success. But that doesn't mean I won't do everything I can to contribute. Do promise me you'll come back safely, won't you? This isn't the last you'll see of us. You take care of yourself too, Hugo. Okay, so the marker is for Adele. Anything up here? No. Let's go to the roof. I'm a little pleased that there isn't as much to do here as I was afraid of. So we have someone up here. Hey, it's Beryl. I can feel it. I can feel it. The pull of fate is stronger than ever. Well, that's sure something. We've reached peak Beryl. So you've all arrived. I've been waiting. Waiting to deliver unto you a prophecy. Soon your fates will reach a branching point. Depending on your collective choices, your fates might reach their ends. I look forward to what may come to pass when that happens. Yeah, I have no idea what any of that means. Still, it sounds pretty ominous. We should probably be careful. That's your warning that there are 2 endings to the game. The Imperial Fortress. It's difficult to know what's going to happen next. Good. Let's send it to Rex when we get a chance. Which one? There it is.
Hey, let me take. Whoa! Here's a little.
Rin and Tita. Okay, I was hoping that'd be like the last one, then there'd be like a, hey, congratulations, thanks for doing this all for me thing. There wasn't. So yeah, I'm just gonna warp to the cafeteria because there wasn't anything anywhere else. What a coincidence meeting you here. Seems like you're doing quite well. You two were from the Rakaba, right? Welcome aboard, I guess. We came to give the battle plan the final once over. We have little time in hand, so we decided to take a break. In case you were wondering, Rosine has gone to the church and leaves. She said she wanted to check up on the children. You still have a few hours before the operation starts. If you have any unfinished business, I suggest you use that time to finish it. That's good advice, thank you. Well then, good luck and may Edios watch over you. The Merkaba is stationed near the town in stealth mode. We won't have to worry about being spotted. Our battle preparations are complete. Leave everything to us. Everything here to us. You should be able to find Rosine at the church and leaves. She said something about wanting to see the children's faces one last time. Perhaps I should use my remaining time wisely. No regrets and all that, you know? Everyone. I heard about Operation Shining Steel. I'm completely on board with it. We were just wondering if there was anything we could do to help. But we can't even use the terminals properly, so we were talking about supporting Celestia and the others while they're in their big meeting. Gina, Frankie, thank you. Just knowing we have your support is already pretty great. We're all part of Thor's. We need to work together. Celeste said I'm good at cleaning, so you can leave all that to me. Yeah, I'll keep all of you well fed. That's all I can do, but I hope it'll be a small comfort to everyone. Please do your best. I'm rooting for you all. If you're looking for Celeste and the others, they're in the meeting room on the first floor. We're all busy, since we gotta think of how to assist the refugees from the capital too. But if I can't even handle this much work, there's no way the Brazier Guild would employ me as a receptionist. I'm thinking of making lunch for the people in the meeting and the main campus students. Everyone's so busy, but I'm sure they don't have any time to cook. You can head over and help Daisy since she's got her hands full too. Being busy sure makes you want to do your best. There you go, we get the final recipe now. Okay, so I am going to warp down to the pool training ground. Basically, I'm just looking for anything. Clubhouse. And then finally, field. Yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah, that's barrel on the roof. So yeah, we have done everything we can. So when I pick up next time, all that's left is the headache and Crossbell. So I'm going to do all the cooking off camera, and I'll pick up with that next time. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.